pretty cool. So, and they're working on it, so they'll get that. I feel confident about them. Maybe a little bit of a lag issue. Maybe some issues right now, like if you comment to me, if you talk to me and I don't respond back, if there's an issue, that's something they're working on. Please be patient. Hey, Stewie, how are you, sir? Good morning to you. How's the family? Good morning, Tate. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for showing up. It's nice to have folks to talk to in the morning. There's going to be tremendous lag and everything. I know. I'm good. I saw sci-fi, so I'm here. Excellent. Excellent. I just finished watching Enterprise, and then I felt really bad. So I scrambled to look for something. I saw that there was a whole season of Expanse. I've been missing you. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. I enjoy hearing that I've been missed, and I miss you guys also. I haven't been in a very good mood lately, but I'm doing all right this second. This good mood brought to you by caffeine. Caramel flavored caffeine. Yeah, I watched a whole season of Expanse. There's like 10 episodes, and it was really good. And then it was over. And I'm like, I've watched Next Generation. I've watched Deep Space Nine. I haven't watched Voyager yet. I watched Enterprise. I almost want to go back and watch Fringe again, but it's still been too soon. I want to give it a little while. I kind of want to watch Firefly, but there's no real place to watch it unless I buy the season. It's like $13 on Amazon. I'm not ready to purchase a season of a show. Even if it's Firefly, even if it's fantastic, just too. I don't want to spend the money on it. That's just irresponsible to do that. But yeah, I'm thinking about science fiction. I'm thinking about the next thing I want to watch, and I got a couple options. I'm not quite sure. There's a couple that I had this morning in mind, but that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But in my drive here to park where I'm parking right now, I couldn't think of. I couldn't remember what it was. I know I had in mind Battlestar Galactica, and I wasn't sure about that. Jeff Hayes, what's up, Mr. Hayes? How are you, sir? Jeff, who's that on your? Is that Phantom on your profile picture? He is a purple man. If you can download Try Cinema HD TV app, you can watch movies and seasons for free. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I know I heard about it, but the Ghost Who Walks, I think was his name, the Phantom. I wish they would make that into a current cartoon or something like that. But a lot of that pulp stuff is like super racist. I want woke pulp. Can we get that? Can we get woke pulp? I want like the same vibe. That's really what I want to watch. Like I would love to watch some turn of the century sci-fi, like Lovecraftian, that whole era of like Indiana Jones ripped shirt, bare chested man hunter gun guy with a world traveling with his what would that be? not manservant. Let's get a like a British manservant or something like that. Let's do something like that. But one of those Doc Savage journey into the jungles of other worlds. Hashtag 10,000 worlds. I want something like that. But yeah, I don't want to check out Cinema HD. I don't want to look. I've done enough pirating in my day. Yar. Struggling to get through Supernatural. Supernatural was one of those series. Like it had so much good stuff in it, but yeah, it's got a lot. There's a lot to work with, and how many stories? I mean, like, how many stories can you tell? And they say they're like, what is the somebody look it up online? Like, there's a saying like there's only so many stories that you can tell. Haven is pretty good. Haven I haven't seen yet. If you recommend that, I might give that a shot. I know Edge was in it. Wasn't Haven one of those sci-fi deals? Like the one I really liked recently were Killjoys and um, Dark Matter. Those are really good. Stargate I've seen. I've pretty much gone through as much Stargate as I could handle. Like I know there's Atlantis and all that as well. Just after a while, um, I pretty much skimmed over the last 3 seasons of Stargate SG-1, and it's all the same shit after a while. Um, yeah, and it's about it's about spaceships after that. After a certain amount of time, Haven is a town full of people with weird powers. All right. But wasn't Haven one of those shows that went on like about the same time as like Eureka and those type of shows? Like it was one of those sci-fi network type things. Remember, there was a good block of USA shows. Like USA had Psych, and it had Burn Notice, and what else was it? Shoot, what was that one with Matt Domer in it? Um, he played a thief, art thief, working with the FBI. They were buddies, and it was a cool show. But what else was on that? There was that doctor show where he was in the Hamptons. I can't remember the names of the shows, but there was a good 3 or 4 years of USA shows that were like it was kick-ass program, especially White Collar, yes, White Collar, yep, and can't remember the other one, but yeah, it's like 5 or 6 really cool shows. Hey, Jason, how you doing, sir? Good morning to you, brother. David. Ah, the nerds. My people, come at me, my nerds. Watching Mr. Robot now. I didn't really like Mr. Robot. I don't like that guy. He's some kind of weird. And even though, I mean, um, what's his name was in it? Uh, Christian Slater was on there. Christian Slater couldn't make me watch it. Um, who are you calling a nerd? You nerd! I'm calling you a nerd, nerd. My brothers, my people. So yeah, I was thinking Battlestar Galactica. He is weird. Rami Rami Malik or something like that was his name. But I'm digging it. Um, Battlestar Galactica was the Ronald Moore brother from another mother. That's right. Um, brother from another dimension. Uh, Battlestar Galactica, Quantum Leap. I was kind of thinking about. Um, Orphan Black, which I've never seen yet, but I heard that's kind of a cool one to watch. But I really want to lean more into like sci-fi, like like a Quantum Leap sliders kind of thing, which makes me want to lean towards Quantum Leap. Can't beat good old Twilight Zone. Yeah, yeah, but I'd rather have like continuing, episodic type stuff. So, um, Twilight Zone, Outer Limits kind of a thing. Sure, Black Mirror, absolutely. I dig those. Uh, like watching what was it that I just watched the other day? Lovecraft Country, something like that. Like um, new writers, new stories. I want, I want. Like I'd love to see somebody pick up Greatest American Hero or Misfits of Science. I know there was a British show called Misfits, which was kind of like that. Um, or kind of a agreed. Have you seen the new Twilight Zone episodes? Yeah, Jordan Peele producing that shit. Pretty awesome. Um, like Legion was kind of like a Kubrick vibe. Um, Watchmen, like there's some interesting stuff that's just like kind of freaky sci-fi that I dig. Um, but yeah, I would love to lean towards like pulp stuff. I like the idea of science fiction in the 20s. Like um the birth of science fiction started with the pulp stories and publications and stuff. Like it was so one of the things that I've learned, I've talked about this before. I don't know who knows this or who doesn't know this, but I really want to start looking more into and researching like the truth of the reality of the pulp books because I'm learning things like putting things in perspective, like the xenophobia that existed in the turn of the century. I have the verdict still out, not sure about it yet. The xenophobia, the racism, the like that sort of where that channel zero, channel zero. Why does that sound familiar? I'm not. I should look that up. Channel zero sounds familiar. Or is that like a channel zero? That's like another anthology kind of Twilight Zone thing. Um, but yeah, the idea of all the Doc Savage and Tarzan and John Carter of Mars and the Lovecraft stuff and the a lot of Bradbury stuff and Conan, like it all stems from the exotic. When the world started opening up and people started to learn about different parts of the world and different cultures, and they kind of borrowed them, but like through like a just a weird lens. Um, it's very interesting, episodic, I believe. Oh, okay. Uh, like it's very intriguing how the world opens up. Well, kind of like the what do they call it? The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Turn of the century heroes and all these people gathering together from different stories, different worlds, kind of thing, coming together. Or like what were they called? It was pulp heroes like Doc Savage and Phantom and Um, like what was that team called? Man, like the Shadow and Phantom, they formed this group, and I want to say it was like Guardians of the Universe, or no, not Guardians of the Universe. That doesn't sound right. It was kind of like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen sort of thing. Um, but it was like a legit. We had a ton of snow lately here in Indiana. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, hey, anybody that's out in the cold right now, anybody that's dealing with power outages and all that stuff, I feel you, and please be safe. Um, hopefully that has cleared up already, but if not, it will soon. Nasty bit of snow, nasty bit of winter striking the U.S. Um, but yeah, I can't remember what they called the team of guys. It was like a Doc Savage, Johnny Quest, weird ragtag bunch of pulp heroes that got together and traveling the world, fighting crime, stuff like that. Like I dig that. There's a lot of potential in that. Texas is having a crazy time with it. Feel sorry for anybody that lives there. Yeah, I don't know if they knew they were expecting that. That is nuts. Right down the middle of the U.S. Team Phantom Men. No, no, it was like a Masters of the Universe, not Masters of the Universe, but like uh, it was something like that, like a Guardians of the Galaxy, Masters of the Universe, Guardians of the Universe, Masters of the Galaxy. No, it was some sort of name. I have to look it up. But it was like the idea of Tarzan, John Carter, Conan. Like it wasn't those guys specifically. I know Phantom was in it. I think the Shadow was in it. I'll have to look that up online. Like Phantom, the Phantom's team affiliation. Hold on, I gotta put some heat in the van. Legs are getting cold. Um, but yeah, I would love to see something along those lines, or just a good, just like to be honest, I wish Sliders was good. I wish it was watchable. As a matter of fact, I tried to watch uh, season one, episode one of Star Trek, the original series. It's unwatchable to me. The original series is just unwatchable. Like my brain cannot handle the 60s, 70s science fiction. I'm like the way that they. I used to love Sliders. The idea for Sliders is fantastic. Dimension hopping, absolutely yes, please. Like a miss. That's the reason why I love 10,000 Worlds so much, because it's such a mashup of everything that I love, like traveling through time and space, traveling in different dimensions. People like a small group, 4 or 5 people, trying to figure out why everything's going crazy. Real problems, real relationship issues, and relationship dynamics. I want something that brings out a passionate point of view. Makes me like that fan feeling of I want to know. I'm invested. I want to be invested in the characters and the stories and stuff like that. Defenders of the Earth, yes, that's what it was. Thank you, sir. Hold on a second. Defenders of the Earth, that's what it was. Outstanding. Yep. What a great idea to take these, like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen done right. They travel the world, they adventure, they fight evil. No, they don't fight evil, they thwart evil. I want thwarting. We need more thwarting. Hashtag thwart. Defenders of the Earth. That just sounds cool. Or like the 10,000 Leagues, or Journey to the Center of the Earth. Maybe not even fight aliens, but just there are some people that live, that want to conquer different, like I like the fact that there's other worlds to visit from our world. You don't need a spaceship. You don't need a time machine. You can just, if you walk far enough, if you travel far enough, or if you get you smart enough and ingenious enough that I run take care. All right, Hayes, take it easy, bud. If you are smart enough and you gather enough resources, you can get a boat or a plane or whatever. You can find a way to afford to make these travels and go to a different world. Find a map, something like that. Figure out some sort of course or a ritual, or there's this gem that takes you there. Some item, some artifact that has clues that can take you. Like that's the kind of stuff I love. A little bit of, again, mashing stuff up. A little bit of the Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, National Treasure kind of thing, where it's like, we found this thing. Well, what does it lead to? It leads you on this adventure to your next clue, and then it leads you to a location, a mysterious location that, if you do the right thing at the right time with the right artifact, it can show you the gate to another world. I love that. I was hoping they would do that with the Indiana Jones, like the Indiana Jones and Atlantis, something or other. I mean, they kind of did. They did that with, didn't they? Like a point and click Sierra game type of thing, like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis or something like that. I'm like, that's what I want. I want the artifacts and the adventure. But woke, not the white man and the damsel in distress, and the manservant. Here's our ethnic guide to take us. Where to now, Buana? No, not that. Don't want that. Where to, Odumbe? Oh, we need to go into the jungles. Let's get Jose or Miguel to take us. None of that shit. Some French guy that could Pierre that could he takes care of the boat. Giuseppe, the Italian guy, who he can fly the plane or some weird thing like that. Or no, Giuseppe would do the boat. Oh, I can't tell these ethnics apart. None of that stuff. I want like modern shit. Well, we need an Asian person who's really good at kung fu. Really? Really? I mean, it's got to be good with a sword. No, we don't need stereotypes. And let's not forget, these are some things that really like my brother and I were talking last night, and he was going. I remember this funny thing that John Belushi used to do. Jim Belushi never did anything funny. I remember this thing that John Belushi used to do, like Samurai Hotel and the Samurai Restaurant or something like that. It was like some um we were going over. Oh no, he's saying cheeseburger. And I ended up finding Samurai Hotel and watching it, and it's like really, it was really racist. It was really like stereotypical. Like John Belushi was just and he had his hair tied back. And he's like, it's like, oh man, so bad, cringy, so cringe. And I'm like, and back in the '80s, that was really funny. And look, watching it now in 2021, really bad, really bad. White people finding those ethnics funny. Mm-hmm. Those people that are different than us, gosh, so funny. Oh, they're not white. So I'm ready for better stories. And I don't want damsels in distress. That's why I really wish that Tomb Raider did better. Like Tomb Raider would was a great opportunity to just take all those tropes from Indiana Jones, which again turns out to be like really racist movie. So, like we have to remove ourselves from that shit. We need to. I'm not opposed to someone kicking ass, and if if they have a tradition, if they have an interest, something handed down from generations, like certain martial art practices, if that's a part of someone's culture and they want to display that, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But just not through the specific lens of a white man slash white studio. If we want to learn about other cultures, I'm all for that. But I would like them. I would like it to be appropriate. Preferably, yeah, preferably not insulting to anyone's. I'm tired of if you're not white, you're savage in some way. Yeah, less of the sexism, less of the racism. That'd be great. And I hope that can happen someday. Like I hope that that will develop in time. I mean, it's got to. People are more vocal about it now than ever. That you know, give folks the opportunity to tell a story about their cultures with someone with knowledge about the culture, someone that could treat the property with respect, you know, and provide it to everyone to enjoy, to consume. Like with Lovecraft Country, learning about certain things that happened in history, the way that certain people were treated. Like I really respect a show that can tell a compelling story and be entertaining and exciting while at the same time teaching folks about talking about the reality of things, giving the right opportunity, putting the camera and the microphone on somebody that can tell the truth about what happened. That's the kind of thing that we need more of. Absolutely, you can entertain the shit out of somebody while teaching them about history, like the reality of history, not the shit that gets watered down and cherry picked to be put in books to teach kids in schools. Like, let's talk about some real shit, or not even real shit. Let's talk about mythology. So many different cultures have so many, have there are so many different, you know, different. What's the word I'm looking for? Pantheons, interesting characters, um, different relationships and stuff like that. Like, you know, not just kind of like American Gods. I guess that's sort of a way, sort of. In fact, that's one season I haven't seen yet, the latest season of American Gods. But just the idea of you know different stories, the fables and stuff like that other cultures uh, learn from birth. So many stories to tell, or that you don't have to tell directly. You can base them off of certain things. Like I'm ready to I'm ready to experience that. That'd be pretty amazing. That'd be pretty cool. So how are we doing? Is everyone still here? Are people still watching? I hate that you can't see that. Jeff said got to run about 10 minutes ago, and then I just been going on and on. Um, oh, Tate's still here. All right. Maybe it's time for me to switch over to another format. Although, if you're notified, everybody should be notified when I'm on anyway. So if they're just not watching, they're just not watching. Yeah, I'm hungry for new material. Like I refuse to believe that there's so little to enjoy. Like as a I've, I've even stopped watching content for a while and just picking up on stuff like you HBO Max or so whatever streaming app that I get. You watch you download Disney Plus, you subscribe for a month, and then you watch a month worth of stuff, and then there's nothing else. Then you move on to HBO Max for a month, and you watch all the HBO Max stuff that lasts you a month, and then there's nothing else. So you move on to like maybe I shouldn't consume so much, but in the like 50 years of television, I've seen all that needs to be seen, and we just got to wait for people to make new stuff. Hmm. Well, I don't know. So what did I decide? Orphan Black, Battlestar Galactica, Quantum Leap. What else was there? I kind of want to see The Postman, but I remember half of it already, so it's like there were shows like I'm trying to think of some of the shows that were on that Terra Nova, um, Jericho, not Jericho, uh, Revolution. Oh, what was that one? There was one that was kind of a aliens type of a show too. They had, Defiance. Hmm. I don't know. Somebody said the was it Purple Haze said Haven, so maybe I'll look at Haven. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I watched Winona Earp, and I fell out of that pretty quick. Um, None of the Joss Whedon stuff like Dollhouse, and I've watched Buffy, I've watched Angel. No real need to jump back into that. And what else was it? Alias, Dark Angel, Dollhouse. Trying to think of some of that other stuff that was kind of along those lines. No real interest in any of that. Done with the Stargate franchise. It's kind of amazing after like 4 seasons, 5 seasons, like that just they were done. They should have just stopped it there. Hmm. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research. But if anybody thinks of anything and they'd like to comment to me, I would appreciate a comment. Any suggestions, you can look me up on Twitter or Instagram or any form of social media, pretty much everywhere. Google at 3231 and leave a comment anywhere. That's 3TWO3ONE. But I think I'll sign off right there. Hope you have a great day. I hope you stay safe and healthy and loved. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you have a good weekend too. I'll probably be on tomorrow, working again, so I'll jump on and say hi again. But enjoy your day and stay warm. And like I said, happy and healthy and safe and all that. Very important. And love you very much. I'll talk to you soon.